These technologies are not about riding less. They are about riding longer, safer, and with less unnecessary physical and mental strain. For the mature rider, modern tech is not indulgence. It is preservation of freedom, not you're getting older, but you're riding longer, farther, and smarter. Skilled riders don't use technology because they've lost ability. They use it to keep riding at a high level, safely, for many more years. Today, we'll cover 10 factory-integrated technologies that reduce fatigue, smooth control, and protect focus, and finish with 3 motorcycles that combine them all. Let's start where strain begins, not at speed, but at a stop. Number 10, adaptive or automatic seat height. Most riders think fatigue comes from miles. In reality, it starts at stops. Every time a tall motorcycle comes to rest, your body does quiet work. A hip shifts, the lower back tightens, one leg carries the load while the other searches for ground. Repeat that through traffic, fuel stops, uneven shoulders, or gravel pull-offs, and strain accumulates long before the day feels long. Adaptive seat height systems erase that burden. These systems use electronically managed suspension that responds to speed, load, and motion. As the motorcycle slows, suspension preload eases, allowing the chassis to settle lower. When momentum returns, ride height restores itself automatically, preserving proper geometry without rider input. The payoff is subtle but powerful. Foot placement becomes natural. Balance corrections disappear. Posture stays neutral instead of braced. Over hours, that means less tension through the hips, spine, and core. Stability at walking pace improves, especially when the bike is loaded or the surface is imperfect. A clear example is the BMW R1300GS, an adventure touring platform powered by a 1,300 cubic centimeter boxer twin. New pricing sits around $18,000, with used examples commonly near $14,000. Adaptive seat height removes stress at stops. It makes the bike easier to live with, especially when fatigue starts to creep in. But once you are rolling, another enemy shows up, one that does not feel dramatic at first. Cold, not the kind that makes you quit riding, the kind that tightens muscles, stiffens joints, and slowly degrades fine control. If seat height protects your body at rest, the next technology protects it in motion. Number 9, heated grips and heated seats. Cold does not announce itself loudly. It tightens your hands, it stiffens your hips, it shortens your patience 1 mile at a time. Long before a ride feels uncomfortable, cold has already started stealing control. Heated grips and heated seats are often dismissed as luxuries by riders who have never spent an entire day pushing through cold air. In reality, they are endurance tools. They protect the body's contact points where tension builds fastest and fatigue compounds quietly. These systems are fully integrated heating elements, built directly into the grips and seat structure. Power comes from the motorcycle's electrical system, with adjustable settings controlled from the bars or dashboard. Heat reaches the hands and lower body directly, not by warming the air around you, but by keeping muscles supple where precision matters most. The effect is immediate. Warm hands stay relaxed, which improves throttle finesse and braking accuracy. A heated seat keeps the hips and lower back loose, reducing the rigid posture that creeps in during cold miles. Circulation improves. Reaction time sharpens. Stops become optional instead of mandatory. This is not about comfort alone. It is about staying functional. A strong example is the Honda Goldwing Tour, a luxury touring motorcycle powered by an 1,833 cubic centimeter flat-six engine. Heated grips and heated seats come standard, paired with cruise control and electronic suspension designed for long-range stability. New pricing typically sits around $28,000, with well-kept used models commonly found near $20,000. Ever finished a ride feeling way more drained than you expected? You're exactly who this video is for. If you're ready for real riding insights, smash that like, drop a hype in the comments, and subscribe. Every click tells the algorithm, this cycling content matters, and it helps us deliver more pro tips, deep dives, and endless miles of riding content straight to you. Heated grips and seats keep muscles loose and responsive. They preserve circulation, comfort, and control when temperatures drop. But even with warmth handled, there is still a force constantly pushing against you, hour after hour, without you noticing it. Wind pressure, it does not hurt right away. It just drains energy, loads your neck and shoulders, and accelerates fatigue the longer you ride. That is where the next technology steps in, not to add comfort, but to remove resistance. Number 8, electronically adjustable windscreen. Wind is not just noise, it is resistance. Your body fights every second you stay at speed. At highway pace, your neck braces against pressure, your shoulders creep upward, and your lower back tightens to keep you anchored. None of this feels dramatic in the first hour. By the fourth, it defines how far you can keep going. Electronically adjustable windscreens solve that problem in real time. This system uses a small electric actuator built into the windscreen assembly, powered by the motorcycle's electrical system. With a thumb switch on the handlebar, the screen glides up or down smoothly, sometimes changing angle as it moves. There are no fixed steps. You tune airflow precisely to your height, posture, speed, and fatigue level while riding. And this is where your input really matters. If you have ridden with an electronically adjustable windscreen, tell us what changed for you. Was it neck fatigue, helmet buffeting, shoulder tension, or overall endurance? Riders learning from riders is what makes this channel valuable. What changes is not silence, it is load. By redirecting wind over your helmet and chest, pressure is lifted off the spine and core. Your head stops fighting turbulence. Your shoulders settle. The muscles that normally hold you in place finally relax. That reduction in constant bracing preserves energy mile after mile. Endurance improves because the body is no longer resisting an invisible force. Safety improves because helmet stability increases and distraction drops. Focus stays forward instead of inward. A clear example is the Honda Goldwing Tour, a luxury touring motorcycle powered by an 1,833 cubic centimeter flat-six engine. Its electrically adjustable windscreen offers nearly 5 inches of smooth travel, controlled directly from the bars. New models typically list around $28,000, while clean used examples often sit near $18,000. An adjustable windscreen manages the air around you. It reduces noise, pressure, and long-distance strain. But even in calm air, fatigue can still build, not from the environment, but from alignment. If your seat, bars, and pegs do not match your body, your muscles compensate mile after mile. No amount of wind protection fixes bad posture. So the next step is not external at all. It is about fitting the motorcycle to the rider, precisely, deliberately, and from the factory. Number 7, factory engineered adjustable ergonomics. Power does not end rides, posture does. Long before fuel runs out or daylight fades, the body starts negotiating with the machine. Wrists angle inward, hips rotate. The lower spine absorbs what the cockpit refuses to resolve. That quiet mismatch is why many rides end early, even when the motorcycle feels capable of much more. Factory-engineered adjustable ergonomics exist to eliminate that fight. This is not aftermarket improvisation. These are manufacturer-designed adjustment points built into the chassis itself. Seat height options, handlebar reach changes, foot peg positions that alter leg angle and hip load. Each adjustment is calculated to preserve steering geometry and weight balance while letting the rider tailor the cockpit to their own proportions. The system works by reshaping the rider triangle, hands, hips, and feet. Small changes here have massive consequences. When reach shortens, shoulders relax. When leg angle opens, pressure leaves the lower back. When seat height aligns correctly, the spine stops compensating for imbalance. The payoff is not immediate comfort, it is sustained control. With a neutral posture, muscles stay loose instead of braced. Fatigue slows down. Inputs become smoother because the rider is no longer fighting leverage or weight distribution. Safety improves because reaction time stays sharp deep into the day. A clear example is the Ducati Multistrada V4 RS, an adventure touring platform powered by an 1100 3 cubic centimeter V4 engine. It offers multiple factory seat height configurations and adjustable contact points designed for long-distance precision. New pricing sits near $40,000, while used multi-strata 5.4 models commonly range between $18,000 and $30,000 depending on condition. Factory-engineered ergonomics put your body in the right position, letting joints stay relaxed and muscles conserve energy. But even perfectly aligned hands and feet cannot escape the subtle, relentless workload of holding throttle, brakes, and clutch over miles and miles. That is where control and fatigue reduction technologies come in. These systems do not change your posture. They take on some of the work for you, reducing the physical strain of sustained riding and letting you focus on the road ahead. Next up, a feature that keeps your speed steady and your hands rested mile after mile. Number 6, cruise control, adaptive where available. Most riders think fatigue comes from distance. In reality, it comes from holding tension. Hour after hour, your right hand maintains throttle position against wind pressure, road grade, and traffic flow. The grip never fully relaxes. The forearm stays engaged. Shoulders tighten. The lower back compensates. Nothing feels dramatic until suddenly it does. Cruise control removes that strain at the source. At its core, cruise control allows the motorcycle to maintain a chosen speed electronically. Once engaged, the ride-by-wire system holds throttle position with precision your wrist simply cannot sustain for hours. Your hand opens. Your posture resets. The bike stops demanding constant input and starts carrying its share of the workload. Adaptive cruise control deepens that relief. Forward-facing radar monitors traffic ahead and adjusts speed automatically to preserve following distance. The system rolls power on and off smoothly, sometimes applying light braking, all without abrupt corrections. Instead of reacting to every small change, you supervise. That distinction matters. Comfort improves first. Wrist pressure fades. Upper body tension drops. Over long stretches, that reduction travels downward, easing lower back fatigue that builds from bracing against the bars. Endurance follows. Riders consistently cover more miles per day without stiffness setting in early. Safety benefits quietly as well, because smoother pacing reduces mental clutter and keeps attention available for real hazards. A standout implementation lives on the Ducati Multistrada V, Force Travel and Radar. This adventure touring motorcycle uses an 1158 cubic centimeter Fa 4 Gran Turismo engine paired with adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, semi-active suspension, and cornering-aware braking. Everything works together, not as gadgets, but as a system designed for sustained riding. New pricing typically lands around $28,000, while recent used examples often fall between $20,000 and the mid-$26,000 range depending on condition. And if you have spent serious miles on a bike with cruise control, adaptive or traditional, your experience could genuinely help another rider watching right now. Drop it below and let the conversation build. And if you are curious about the next 5 technologies manufacturers use to shape how modern bikes feel, go ahead and like the video and subscribe. There is more coming. Cruise control takes the constant effort out of maintaining speed, giving your wrists and shoulders a well-earned break. But even with a steady throttle, your hands and feet are still busy, clutching, shifting, and repeating the same motions, thousands of times over long rides. To reduce that fatigue further, the next system automates the gear changes themselves. It does not take control away, it frees your body to stay fresh and your mind to stay focused on the road. Number 5, dual clutch and semi-automatic transmissions. There is a type of fatigue riders rarely notice until it is gone. Not from speed, not from distance, from repetition. Every clutch pull seems insignificant on its own, but stack hundreds of them into traffic crawls, mountain switchbacks, or long highway transitions, and the cost adds up. Fingers tense, forearms stay loaded, shoulders brace. The lower back quietly compensates to keep the bike settled. By the end of the day, posture collapses before skill does. This is where automated transmissions change everything. A dual clutch transmission replaces manual clutch work with 2 electronically controlled clutches that alternate between gears. One gear is always ready before the shift happens. The result is seamless, uninterrupted power delivery without a clutch lever to manage. You can let the system shift automatically, or command gear changes manually with simple triggers while the clutch work happens invisibly. Semi-automatic systems take a slightly different approach. You still choose when to shift, but the clutch itself is operated by sensors and actuators. No squeezing, no feathering, just clean engagement every time. The advantage is not speed, it is conservation. Removing constant clutch input allows your upper body to stay relaxed. Hands remain light on the bars. Shoulders stop tightening under repetitive strain. Over long distances, that reduction prevents the subtle slouch that feeds lower back discomfort. Endurance improves because your body is no longer burning energy on mechanical chores. A clear example is the Honda NT1100 DCT, powered by a 1,084 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled parallel twin. This sport touring platform pairs a 6-speed dual-clutch transmission with upright ergonomics, cruise control, and wind protection designed for sustained travel. New pricing typically sits just under $12,000, while used Honda dual-clutch models commonly range from roughly $8,000 to the low $13,000 range, depending on condition. Reducing shifting effort lowers physical workload. Riding becomes smoother, calmer, more sustainable. But effort is not only physical. Mental load adds up just as fast. Changing conditions, throttle sensitivity, grip variations. You constantly adjust for without thinking until you are tired. The next technology exists to smooth decision-making, not override it, to make the bike predictable, consistent, and easier to trust when fatigue sets in. Number 4, ride modes and torque-focused traction control. Fatigue does not always come from effort. Sometimes it comes from correction. On older motorcycles, the rider constantly smooths the machine, feathering throttle, adjusting grip, anticipating wheel spin before it happens. Over hours, that mental and physical micromanagement wears you down just as surely as a stiff seat or poor posture. Ride modes and torque-focused traction control remove that burden. These systems are not about limiting ability, they are about consistency and control. Ride modes are factory-programmed engine maps that reshape how power is delivered. Throttle response, torque ramp, and engine braking are adjusted to suit conditions, not ego. Torque-focused traction control works alongside those maps, monitoring wheel speed, throttle input, and in advanced systems, lean angle through an inertial measurement unit. When rear grip begins to fade, the system does not panic. It trims torque smoothly, preserving momentum instead of cutting power abruptly. The tire stays hooked up, the chassis stays composed, the rider stays relaxed. What this adds is subtle, but profound. Sudden power, spikes disappear, reducing shock through the wrists and lower back. Smooth torque delivery means fewer corrections, mid-corner, and less tension during long highway transitions. In variable weather or mixed surfaces, the mental load drops dramatically because the motorcycle adapts faster than human reflexes ever could. Confidence increases not because the bike feels faster, but because it feels predictable and stable. A strong example is the Yamaha Tenere 700, an adventure motorcycle powered by a 689 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine. Its electronic throttle offers multiple ride modes paired with switchable traction control, allowing the rider to tailor behavior for pavement, gravel, or long-distance touring. New pricing typically sits around $11,000, with used examples often found between $7,500 and $11,000 depending on the condition. Ride modes and torque-focused traction control smooth out the bike's behavior, reducing the mental effort needed to constantly correct for road and throttle changes. They help your body stay fresh and your mind stay steady, even as conditions shift beneath you. But even when power delivery and traction are predictable, the road still demands attention, especially when it bends, tightens, or surprises you. That's where cognitive load and awareness technologies come into play. These systems don't replace your skill, they support your focus, protect your attention, and make split-second decisions safer so you can ride longer with confidence. Next, a system that manages one of the riskiest moments on a lean, braking mid-corner without losing control. Number 3, cornering anti-lock braking with inertial measurement unit. Every experienced rider knows the feeling. You are deep into a long day. Corners keep coming. Traffic is unpredictable, and somewhere in the back of your mind, a quiet calculation never stops running. What if I need to brake right now? That mental tension tightens the body long before danger appears. Cornering anti-lock braking exists to shut that noise down. This system builds on traditional anti-lock braking by adding an inertial measurement unit, a compact sensor cluster that constantly tracks lean angle, pitch, roll, and acceleration. While older systems only protected you in a straight line, this one understands what the motorcycle is doing inside the turn. When you apply the brakes while leaned over, the system interprets real-time lean data and adjusts braking force independently at each wheel. It prevents lockup without forcing the bike upright or widening your line. Instead of panic and correction, you get stability and direction. That difference changes how your body behaves. Mental load drops first. You no longer brace every time a corner tightens unexpectedly or a vehicle encroaches. Your grip softens, shoulders relax. Over hundreds of miles, that reduction in subconscious stress directly translates into less upper body tension and less lower back fatigue. Safety improves as well because the system intervenes precisely when human reaction time is compromised, late in the day, in unfamiliar corners, or under surprise braking. Confidence follows naturally, not recklessness, trust. A clear illustration is the Yamaha MT-09, a hyper-naked street motorcycle powered by an 890 cubic centimeter liquid cooled inline 3. Its 6-axis inertial measurement system supports lean-sensitive braking, traction management, and ride modes that adapt to real-world conditions. New pricing typically ranges from roughly $10,800 to the low $12,000 range, while used examples commonly fall between $7,000 and $9,000 depending on mileage and condition. This technology does not ride for you. It protects your attention. But even when the road ahead is under control, long rides demand constant awareness of what is behind you. Head checks, mirror scans, endless confirmation that you are not about to be surprised. That vigilance is exhausting over time, and it never truly stops. So the next technology exists to share that burden, not remove responsibility. Number 2, blind spot monitoring and rear radar awareness. Long rides do not wear riders down physically first. They wear them down mentally. Hour after hour, your eyes repeat the same cycle. Mirror, lane, shoulder, horizon, back again. Even when traffic is light, the scanning never stops. That constant vigilance quietly drains focus, tightens posture, and builds tension that settles into the spine by the end of the day. Rear radar awareness exists to share that burden. Blind spot monitoring systems use millimeter-wave radar sensors mounted at the rear of the motorcycle, sometimes paired with forward units. These are not add-on gadgets guessing at proximity. They are true advanced assistance systems adapted from automotive safety, engineered to read closing speed, distance, and movement patterns around a two-wheeled platform. The system works continuously. Radar emits high-frequency signals that reflect off vehicles approaching from behind or moving alongside. The motorcycle's processor interprets those returns in real time. When a vehicle enters your blind zone or closes rapidly, the system alerts you through visual indicators in the mirrors or display, and sometimes subtle audible cues. The result is not intervention, it is awareness. Comfort improves first. Riders stop craning their necks every few seconds. Shoulder tension drops. The upper body stays neutral instead of braced. Over long highway stretches, that reduction in scanning effort preserves energy and helps maintain a relaxed, upright posture that protects the lower back. Safety benefits follow naturally. Early alerts give you more time to make deliberate decisions rather than reactive ones, especially late in the day when fatigue dulls perception. Cognitive load decreases because the system quietly handles one layer of monitoring, freeing your attention for road surface, traffic flow, and positioning. A refined example is the Ducati Multistrada Vive 4 S Travel and Radar, powered by an 1158 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled V4. This adventure touring platform integrates rear radar blind spot detection with adaptive cruise control, creating a continuous awareness envelope during high-speed travel. New pricing typically ranges from the high $20,000 bracket into the low $30,000 range, while used examples often sit between $17,000 and $24,000 depending on year and condition. Rear radar reduces the need for constant scanning. Your awareness expands without your attention fragmenting, but there's still one source of distraction that quietly steals focus mile after mile. Navigation, glancing down, second-guessing turns, breaking rhythm to confirm where you're going instead of staying fully present. The final technology doesn't add information, it repositions it. So your eyes stay up, your mind stays calm, and the ride stays uninterrupted. Number 1. Integrated navigation with head-up and TFT guidance. Every missed turn forces a recalculation. Every glance down breaks rhythm. Over long distances, that constant checking pulls your posture forward, tightens your neck, and quietly loads your lower back. The ride becomes reactive instead of fluid. Integrated navigation exists to end that friction. This technology places route guidance directly in your natural line of sight. Instead of relying on a phone mounted low on the bars, directions appear on a factory TFT display or are projected forward through a head-up interface. Maps, turn prompts, speed, and alerts arrive where your eyes already want to be. The system works by pairing the motorcycle with built-in GPS or smartphone-based navigation through Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Directions are rendered on a high-contrast TFT screen designed to remain visible in sun, rain, and vibration. More advanced head-up systems project simplified cues onto a transparent display or helmet-mounted lens, eliminating the need to tilt your head or refocus your vision. That change reshapes the ride. Comfort improves immediately. Your head stays level. Your shoulders stay relaxed. The subtle forward hunch caused by repeated downward glances disappears, which protects the spine over long hours. Endurance follows because fewer posture corrections mean less accumulated strain. Safety improves as well, since turn by turn. Guidance prevents sudden lane changes and last-second braking when routes get confusing. Cognitive load drops the most. Instead of constantly decoding directions, your mind stays available for traffic flow, surface conditions, and smooth control. You are no longer navigating around the ride. You are moving through it. A strong factory example is the Honda Africa Twin, powered by a 1,084 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled parallel twin. This adventure touring platform features a full-color TFT display with integrated Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility, customizable layouts, and Bluetooth connectivity. New pricing typically ranges from the mid-$14,000 bracket to the high $18,000 range depending on trim, while used examples commonly fall between $9,000 and $15,000. When navigation lives in your line of sight, distraction fades. Your attention stays where it belongs, on the road, the bike, and the ride itself. At this point, we've talked about comfort, effort, and awareness as individual systems. But no single feature can do it all. The ultimate goal is a motorcycle built to protect your body, your attention, and your energy from the first mile to the last. Some motorcycles are built exactly for that, to protect your body, your attention, and your energy mile after mile. So finally, let's look at 3 motorcycles that bring all of this together, not as add-ons, but as a complete long-term riding platform. Final section, motorcycles that combine everything. When comfort, control, awareness, and ergonomics are engineered as a single system, the motorcycle stops demanding endurance, it starts preserving it. These machines are not about surviving one long trip. They are built to help riders stay strong, alert, and comfortable mile after mile, year after year. Take the BMW R1250 RT. Every detail is designed for sustained riding. The upright touring posture keeps the spine neutral, while an electronically adjustable windscreen manages airflow without effort. Heated seating surfaces and compliant suspension reduce muscle tension, and the Boxer Twin's low center of gravity makes low-speed handling effortless. On top of that, adaptive suspension, multiple ride modes, lean-sensitive braking, traction management, and available radar-supported cruise control quietly remove workload instead of drawing attention. The result is a machine that lets you focus on the journey, not the strain. New examples typically range between $19,000 and $21,000, while clean used models often fall between $12,000 and $16,000. From there, the Honda Goldwing Tour takes endurance a step further. Its silky smooth flat 6-engine and vibration-free ride minimize strain, while the seating position and expansive wind protection reduce spinal and joint fatigue. A dual-clutch transmission eliminates clutch work entirely, preserving hands and arms. Integrated navigation, large color displays, refined brakes, and adaptive cruise control reduce cognitive load on long days. Every system works together so fatigue never sets in. New pricing ranges from $28,700 to $30,500, with used examples often between $18,000 and $24,000. Then there is the Ducati Multistrada V4, showing that performance and comfort can coexist without compromise. Radar-based blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control, semi-active suspension, inertial measurement-assisted braking, and responsive ride modes work in harmony. Its upright position keeps you supported on long tours while maintaining feedback and engagement. New radar-equipped models generally range from $26,000 to $32,000, with used examples between $17,000 and $23,000. Together, these motorcycles are the peak of fatigue-conscious design. They are more than vehicles. They are tools that help riders go farther, ride smarter, and stay fully in control, combining comfort, control, and awareness to support endurance, safety, and enjoyment mile after mile. And if you found this breakdown helpful and want to learn even more ways to ride longer, smarter, and safer, click the next video on your screen. Make sure to like this video, drop a hype comment, and subscribe to the channel for more real-world insights and practical riding knowledge.